right, good morning. Today is Tuesday, April 30th, last day of April. We'll see what happens today. What we are currently looking at right now is the VIX, VXX. I'm just going to recap this trade a little bit here. Betting that the market's going to, hey, look, if the VIX closes below the lowest low here of 1821, I'm going to exit this trade. But I'm long the VXX at $19.19. Just looking for a pullback in the market before breaking through hard to the upside. Okay, remember, the fear index typically goes up when the market goes down. So I'm just betting on that the fact that the market's going to correct somewhat here. Not huge. I don't think we're going to get a huge pullback. I don't. But that's what I'm doing here. This trade, I'm looking for the market to come up and at least test this high right in here. Let's see, from 1919, this high is 2254. Looking for a little more than a 2-point pop here. We'll see. If you take a look at the daily chart here, right? This is the daily E-mini S&P 500. Yesterday, we actually missed testing the high by 75 cents. So we're right back to the highs. I mean, look at this beautiful bounce. And we were expecting that, right? Really the first time the market hit the 50 exponential moving average here on this whole run. I mean, it came close here, but it missed and it ran up. Well, right here, I mean, if you measure from the year low to the year's high, this was also the 38.2% retracement. So this is a perfect opportunity to get long the market. Okay, so again, we're about, what, 5 points from this high right in here. Let's just quickly go back to the VIX. So again, I'm long at $19.19. If the VIX is able to close below 1823, the lowest low in here, then I'll exit this trade altogether. Let's take a look at the stock that we ended up getting long yesterday. Remember, I outlined this trade for you. The long trade took place as the market took out the high of Friday. The Friday's high was 1623. I decided to buy it 5 cents above 1623 to 1628. I actually got filled at 1627. I waited for it to get hit, and then I bought it a little pullback. Just a little limit order there at 27 with an initial stop loss directly below the low. Okay, at 1590. Okay. Now look at, if we take a look at a weekly chart. I mean, a weekly chart, look at this pullback right back to the 50 exponential moving average. So you could argue, well, why won't you place your stop below the low of last week at 1542 to, let's say, 1537, 5 cents below it? Yeah, we could certainly do that, and there's nothing wrong with that, risking less than a point on this trade. I mean, after all, take a look at this. If we were to draw our fibs from this low up to this high right up in here, we're sitting between the 40 and the 50% retracement of the October of last year's low to the high. Okay. So that's where we're at right now. But again, I'm still sitting at 1590. I'll look at this closely. There is a slight chance that I will adjust that down, maybe lower, giving it a little bit more room. I'll see what the market does. If the market's able to punch up through that 1600 today, we'll see. If it punches up through 1600, I'll probably give this stock a bit more room to breathe, so it can, for a chance of a run on this stock. There's another stock that I'm looking at here, Salesforce.com, CRM. Now, again, on a daily chart, the trend is down. We took out this low here, right? We turned from up, right, the green bars to the red bars here. We're kind of down. We're getting close to that 200. But what I'm looking at here is this. Let's take a look at a weekly chart. Okay, look at a weekly chart. Okay, take a look at this. I mean, we've got, yesterday was an inside, last week rather, was an inside bar. You see that? Lower high than the prior week and the higher low. We're getting close to that 50 exponential moving average on a weekly chart. So I'm looking at this very carefully. If the market's able to break up through 51.55 to 41.55 to 41.65, I will possibly look to go long. This is on my watch list, though. So on a weekly, it's a nice setup. We're between the mid to the lower band. We're starting to consolidate. That energy starting to build up for a potential move to the upside. And again, if we see the E-minis start to move up through, the 1593, close above 1593, then the XIA give that more room to breathe, although we're starting to come down on that market here. Look at 16 right now. We're only 10 cents from getting stopped out on this trade. So that's what I'm looking at here. Just want to remind everybody, Doc is taking down those videos in about an hour, and his mentoring program begins enrollment here. All right, so again, OptionsMd.com. OptionsMd.com begins enrollment today at noon Eastern Standard Time. Phenomenal course. This will be the only time that it's open this year. All right, so OptionsMd.com. Okay, OptionsMD. All right, so if you've got any questions, let me know. The XIA trade is moving a little lower here at 1603. But again, OptionsMD.com. Doc is opening enrollment today. It will only be open for a couple days. So if you're interested at all in that, sign up for that. You'll find it the best options training program in the business. I guarantee you that. So again, we got the VIX trade, VXX. We're long the VIX at $19.19. The long XIA at $16.27 with the stop at $15.90. And I'm looking at CRM to potentially break out to the upside again on a weekly chart. It's looking real good, although, the daily chart is down. So we'll take a look at these. If you've got any questions, let me know. Have a profitable day. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.